Hello everyone. I hope all of you are well and staying safe and healthy. This week we will cover the internet, web, intranets and extranets. Let's start with principles and learning objectives. The internet provides a critical infrastructure for delivering and accessing information and services. Briefly describe how the internet works, including methods for connecting to it and the role of internet service providers. So this will be your first learning objective from this session. Then you will become able to explain Web 2.0 and provide examples of Web 2.0 sites. List and describe sources of online media and entertainment. Popular internet and web technologies have been applied to business networks in the form of intranets and extranets. You will become able to explain how intranets and extranets use internet and web technologies and describe how the two differ. So why we should learn about the internet? Businesses use the internet in order to sell and advertise their products and services, reaching out to new and existing customers, which you already know. People working in every field and at every level use the internet in their work. As you are familiar with the current situation, we are following all of our lectures via internet. And during the normal times, we also use internet to support our learning experience. So we already have the learning management platform and you can access it via the internet. Most companies have the internet sites that list job opportunities, description, qualifications, salaries, and benefits. So by that, they can acquire the best and talented individuals. So use and functioning of the internet. Internet is international scope with users on every continent. Asians make up 40% of internet population, Europeans about 20%, and North America is about 15%. So we have ARPANET project in 1969, and then we have the term Internet Protocol, IP. And I guess you heard this term before as well. It enables computers to route communications traffic from one network to another. So how the internet works? Let's check this figure, which shows routing messages over the internet. We have one host computer, which has connection with router. Then we can have a second one. And you can see in between there are routers and gateways which enable the transfer of the data or the internet flow. Okay? So IP address, 64-bit number that identifies a computer on the internet. We have Internet Corporation for assigned names and numbers, and it is responsible for managing IP addresses and internet domain names. Do you know what the domain is? It is the www dot the rest of the site. So domain of the Facebook is www. You can also write fb or facebook.com. And has authority to resolve domain name disputes. Okay, this figure also shows you the affiliation ID and the affiliation. Normally business sites use .com. Educational sites use .edu, like our institution is cio.edu. Governmental sites use .gov. Networking sites use .net. And if it is non-profit organizations, they can use .org. Accessing the internet, you can connect via local area network server. It is used by businesses and organizations that manage a local area network. Then you can connect via internet service providers. It is called ISP. Any organization that provides internet access to people. Accessing the internet, continued. We have dial-up internet connection, uses modem and standard phone line. I used to use dial-up connection when I was high school student, and believe me, it was really time consuming to do even a simple search or play game online. So you are lucky as this generation to have more faster and reliable internet connections. And also please take a note if you are satisfied with the current internet service providers within Cyprus, and we can discuss them during our online session. So we have also other options: cable modem connection, DSL connection, and satellite connections. And wireless internet connections are cellular and Wi-Fi networks where you don't have a cable to connect to the internet. Okay, cloud computing is another popular term, and I'm rest assured that you are familiar. Computing environment in which software and storage are provided as an internet service and accessed via a web browser. Extremely scalable and often takes advantage of virtualization technologies. And as an advantage, businesses can save on system design, installation, and maintenance. Employees can access corporate system from any internet connected computer, so you can work remotely. Okay, the World Wide Web, developed by Tim Berners-Lee at CERN, originally conceived of as an internal document management system. The web has grown to become a primary source of news and information, an indispensable conduit for commerce, a popular hub for social interaction, entertainment, and communication. And if you check your daily activities on your smartphone or on your device, you will realize that everything is related to internet. Or think about the scenario when you don't have mobile data or internet connection, your devices might seem like useless. How the web works? The internet made of computers, network hardware such as routers and fiber optic cables, software, and the protocols. The web consists of server and client software, the HTTP, and also when you add secure socket layer, it becomes HTTPS, so it's more secure. So when you log into commerce site of your bank, it should have HTTPS connection. Standards and markup languages that combine to deliver information and services over the internet. So hyperlink highlighted text or graphics in a web document when click opens a new web page. Then we have web browser, web client software such as Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, and Safari used to be web pages. Also take note of your favorite web browser, and we can discuss it during online session. The reason behind why that browser is your first choice of using as a software. Okay, which one do you prefer? Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, or Safari, or any other? Collection of pages on one particular topic accessed under one web domain is called website. Then we have hypertext markup language, standard page description language for web pages. So web programming languages, hopefully by the second and third year you will start to learn about these languages, and when you graduate you will have a skill that will enable you to program a language, which is a good skill within current era. So Java, object-oriented programming language from Sun Microsystem based on C++, allows small programs to be embedded within an HTML document. Then we have other languages, and depending to your expertise you can use them, and also each of them has different uses and advantages, which you will learn about them in detail later on in upcoming years. Developing web content and applications, popular tools for creating web pages and managing websites. We have Adobe Dreamweaver, Microsoft Expression Web, and Vue. Web application framework, web development software that provides the foundational code for a professional interactive website. Allows developers to customize the code for specific needs, because sometimes when you code something it might not be suitable to use for somewhere else, so customization is also important. So internet and web applications, popular uses for internet and web 2.0 and the social web, online information sources, search engines and web research, search engines, and you can frame and name is Google is the most popular one, but there are also other search engines. Web portals, blogging and podcasting, online media and entertainment, shopping online, travel, geolocation, navigation, and internet utilities. Web 2.0 and the social web. Web has evolved to a two-directional resource where users obtain and contribute information. I would like to ask you a question here. Do you know the first social network site? You can search for it if you want, but it's classmates.com by 1995. And the reason behind is to have a site where the classmates can share information. And now, the largest social network of the world is Facebook. And you have information about that, so I don't need to explain. But if you check the version in 2006, the first version of Facebook, the site will be simple, and now it's more engaging. So it shows that the area we are in always improving, and also you should also improve yourself if you like to be successful in the field of MIS or IT. So social networking websites enable users to share information about themselves and to find, meet, and converse with others. Rich internet applications are available that run in a web browser and do not require local installation. Okay, online information sources. We have news and opinion. The web is a powerful tool for keeping informed about local, state, national, and global news. Education and training. Web is ideally suited as a tool for sharing information and primary repository of information on all subjects. Distance education, conducting classes over the web with no physical class meetings, and you are experiencing right now due to COVID-19 pandemic. But for the information, there are lots of information available on the web. But finding the right information and reliable information is a critical point within this era, okay? Not every information that you find out is correct. So you should learn to find the correct and reliable information, especially for your academic studies and for everything else as well. So business and job information. Providing information about a business and its products via website and social media increases the company's exposure and reputation. You are aware that there are companies which just solely sell from the social networks or websites. Airbnb, for example, they affected badly due to COVID-19, but the sharing economy applications like Uber or Airbnb. But these share economy applications are mainly provided via digital environment. They work virtually. The web is an excellent source of job-related information. Wealth of information available about job opportunities. Search engines and web research. Search engine enables you to find information on the web by specifying keywords. And as I already said, market is dominated by Google. Uses an automated approach that sources the web with automated programs called spiders. Wikipedia content is developed by crowdsourcing, can be used for online research, but I don't advise it because the information on Wikipedia can be edited. And it doesn't mean that the edited information is correct. So within your studies, just use Wikipedia as a first information retrieval, but I don't advise it to use it for your academic purposes, okay? As I already explained in the academic workshops videos, it's better to use databases, which include journal articles, which are peer-reviewed. So reviewed by editors, reviewed by referees, reviewers, and therefore you will get more reliable information. Okay, so this table shows using operators in Google web searches. We have keywords, vacation Hawaii, and the search engine interprets as the words vacation in Hawaii. Then you can have my or Hawaii, then it finds the words includes the sentences includes my or the word Hawaii. Then you can have using the citation marks like to each his own, and the except phrase to each his own is search. Please try these on your computer. You can have virus computer, the word virus, but not the word computer. Okay, if you are so into Star Wars, and I know that you have more time due to COVID-19, and I advise you to watch Star Wars if you haven't watched it yet when you finish studying. So you can write Star Wars episode, then the movie title Star Wars episode including Roman numeral 1, so you will find the first Star Wars. And I can give you extra information about the Star Wars. They, as I remember, they moved the first 4, 5, 6, then 1, 2, 3, as I guess. So it's better to search for the episode 4, then watch them, then to watch the first one. Okay, you can search auto loan information both for the word auto and its synonyms such as truck and car, because you will learn other kind of vehicles. Then you can have define computer, definition of word computer from around the web. Then you can have red star blue, the words red and blue separated by one or more words. So I advise you to do that. Web portals. Web page that combines useful information and links and acts as an entry point on the web. We have vertical portals, pages that provide information and links for special interest groups. And we have corporate portals, provide access to work-related resources. Can be used to provide employees with work-related online content to limit access to other web content. So communication and collaboration. Electronic mail. It is via internet communication, supports text communication, HTML content, and sharing documents as email attachments. And instant messaging. Online, real-time communication between two or more people who are connected to the internet. Microblogging, status updates, and newsfeed. Twitter is a web application that allows members to report on what they are doing throughout the day. Normally, Twitter is used by decision makers to express their views or ideas, but also is used by the rest of the society as well. So which one do you think is more preferred to use via companies and why? Think about these questions and then we can discuss about them via our online session. And each of them might have different uses. You should consider this. So email is useful to spread information, detailed information to your employees, and you can share information to a larger audience. Instant messaging, if you need some information urgently or if you need to ask something urgently, instant messaging is more preferred. And microblogging can be used to share information to other stakeholders, not just for the employees, but to the society as well, quickly. So instead of writing an email to a news company about what's happening due to COVID-19, you can just post a status about it, like our institution does regularly about updates related to COVID-19. So it's an effective way to use social media to give instant information about what's going on within the company. Okay, and you will realize that it is used by the private firms and public organization as well. So not only the users, I mean citizens, the normal citizens are using it, but also the organization benefiting from communication via social networks and emails. So let's continue with communication and collaboration. Conferencing. Internet has made it possible for those involved in teleconferences to share computer desktops. Telepresence takes video conferencing to the ultimate level. Some people, businesses, and organizations hold meetings in virtual space. As experiencing COVID-19, we are familiar with this conferencing as well. You know that our online sessions are conducted weekly on Zoom. So it is the same logic. Consider that you have a company meeting with 50 different stakeholders or shareholders. The best way to have a meeting right now is by conferencing online, and it also has some other benefits, such as if you do conferencing online, it means that there is less travel, so less congestion, and it helps also global warming, to tackle with global warming, because as you already know that we should decrease carbon dioxide emission, and you are already aware that traveling by airplanes has high rates of carbon dioxide emission. Okay, blogging and podcasting. Weblog, website that people can create and use to write about their observations, experiences, and opinions on a wide range of topics. And blogger is a person who creates a blog. Now we have also bloggers on social networks such as Instagram. Blogging, the process of placing entries on a blog site, and podcast, audio broadcasts over the internet. Online media and entertainment, content streaming, method of transferring large media files over the internet so that the data stream of voice and pictures plays continuously as the file is being downloaded. Music, Apple Music or Spotify or YouTube. I believe these are the free most used applications by you in order to listen to music. The web has a dramatic impact on the music industry. Internet radio is digitally delivered to computer over the internet. Downloaded music may employ digital rights management technology to limit the user's ability to make copies. There used to be issues. There was a company called Napster which was allowing users to download songs but without paying fees. And then the company bankrupt and had some legal issues. But Steve Jobs realized the shift that people are preferring to download songs online digitally. And because of that, he introduced the platform called iTunes, which you are already familiar, I guess. Then he started to discuss with the content creators, the artists, about selling their songs for 99 cents. And during his first attempts, many of them refused to join, but some of them joined. And now you're already aware that what's going on in the music industry. It's more important to be on Spotify or Apple Music or iTunes, where people can even download or purchase just one song instead of the whole album, and it is all digital, so everybody is aware that how many viewers or listeners they have, or in other words, they are aware about their engagement. So shifting to digital environment using internet for online media had a new page called Interaction. It gives access to everyone to become able to producer in a way. But the most important point is to what kind of engagement the individual has. And the good things, it can be analyzed as it is all digital. Okay? So, movies, video, and television. Websites such as Hello and internet-based television platforms like Netflix and Juice provide television programming. Guys, please take a note how many hours you spend on Netflix weekly, and also I would like to discuss about it on the online session, okay? You know, Netflix is one of the companies which is profiting due to COVID-19, because as due to lockdowns and everyone used to stay at their homes in order to stay safe. which was a good thing to do. And what they do, many of them watch movies or series on Netflix. So motion pictures are also making their way to the internet distribution. Watching movies and TV over the internet requires lots of bandwidth, and providers are starting to charge users more for this extra capacity. And Netflix decreased the image quality because of the high demand within Europe. And YouTube supposed to online sharing of user created videos, so it is a medium where you can express your ideas freely, and is a good way of interaction if you want. Okay, electronic books and audiobooks. An ebook is a book stored digitally. Apple's iPad changed the ebook industry by providing a form factor that is similar to but larger than the Kindle. You know, Amazon has the Kindle. Dozens of ebooks format, some you can also have some free, or some might be limited access, it depends. Audiobooks have become more popular due to popularity of mobile devices with audiobook services. Why it is important? Because some of the people does unfortunately can't read, and audiobook is a way to engage those people, so they have chance to listen about the books. So it's a good way reaching more people. Okay, I believe that it is a page that you are all familiar. Online games and entertainment. Online games, the video game generate over $20 billion annually, and it is increasing. And if you check the earnings during the COVID-19, we can all guess that this number is even go higher. But it's very competitive and constantly changing. Consider the games that you used to play 5 years ago. Are you still playing them? If the answer is yes, it means that you are really loyal to that game, or the game is constantly improving the features. Like we have football game called FIFA or the Football Manager. Every year they release a new version. As also the game of the football is changing, the teams are changing, the players are transferring. It gives a new insight, and the technology is improving, so you play more realistic games via your devices. But my advice, yes, you can play games, but also try to balance the education and other activities, okay? Many video games are available online. You can download them via stream, you can purchase them. Then game consoles such as the Wii, Xbox, and PlayStation provide multiplayer options for online gaming. Within the first version or first two or first free version of PlayStation, you used to buy CDs like DVDs and used to play, but now you don't have to physically buy the product, you can digitally buy it and use it. And it also shows the change of from physical to digital within the online games and entertainment, like we are facing in every other sector or industry. Okay, shopping online. E-tail stores. Amazon is the winner, also a gainer due to COVID-19. Online versions of retail stores provide access to many products that might be unavailable in local stores. As it is online, you can include lots of products there, okay? You don't have cost of storing them physically, so it is a benefit. There is online clearinghouses, web auctions, and marketplaces to provide a platform of businesses and individuals to sell their products and belongings. We have example of eBay, the most popular online auction or marketplace where you can sell your product via auction. Travel, geolocation, and navigation. Businesses that have a strong online presence, travel agencies, resort, airlines, cruise lines, all businesses associated with travel. Google Maps provides extensive location-specific businesses, information, satellite imagery, up-to-minute traffic reports, and street view. if you haven't tried it yet, you can try to log into Google Maps and search your street. Geotagging, technology that allows for tagging information with an associated location, makes it easy to overlay photos on a map as Google Maps and Bing Maps have done. Geolocation information does pose a risk to privacy and security. Many people prefer for their location to remain unknown. Internet utilities. Telnet, network protocol that enables users to log on to networks remotely over the internet. We have Telnet software, uses a command line interface that allows the user to work on a remote server directly. We have file transfer protocol, suppose file transfer between a host and a remote computer. Intranets and extranets. Intranet, internal corporate network built using internet and World Wide Web standards and technologies. Inexpensive but powerful communication alternative. Extranet is a network that links selected resources of a company's internet with its customers, suppliers, or other business partners. Okay, we have a table to summarize it. Internet uses anyone. Do you need user ID and password? No. Intranet, employees and managers, and they need to log in the system. And extranet, business partners, yes, they still need user ID and password to benefit from the extranet. We have virtual private network, secure connection between 2 points on internet. And I already gave an example to you about the virtual private networks. I used to be member of e-government management committee, and we used to work under the prime ministry. And when I was gonna sign a document, when I wasn't in the prime minister, I used to log into the prime ministry network by VPN, and then I can sign electronically or I can check the system. Tunneling, process by which VPNs transfer information by encapsulating traffic in IP packets over the internet. Internet issues, many benefits but negative consequences are possible. Privacy invasion, especially with social networks. Some websites allow users to set do not track feature. Facial recognition software available. If you haven't heard about it, search for Cambridge Analytica and you will realize that your data was used to manipulate elections, especially in Brexit referendum and in US presidential elections. States and local governments trying to collect sales tax on internet sales. Internet attacks and hacks, important internet issues is another concern. So data privacy and the security are the concerns that you should be careful. Okay guys, if you have any questions regarding to this chapter, take note of them and we will discuss them via our online session.